Without holiness, no man shall see God. Without good health, no man can effectively serve God. And without high success, you don't have a say in the affairs of men. Glory be to God. I welcome you to this segment, and I want to appreciate God for the opportunity He's given to me to be able to bring you this series of teachings on the medicinal properties and the nutritional values of the various fruits that God has blessed us with, especially those of us in the tropics and all over Africa. Of course, that covers the rest of the world as well, because God is not partial. But then in Africa in particular, we are so blessed with many of these fruits and vegetables, and God gave them to us so that they can serve specific purposes. Some other time, we will be able to look at the purposes of food as given to us by God. But today, we're just looking at the medicinal properties, the nutritional properties, the healing properties of some special fruits around us, especially in Africa. We've discussed quite a number of them. We concluded in the last episode with the mango. Today, we want to commence with another fruit altogether. And that fruit is again one that is very popular around us in Africa, and that is the pawpaw. In some other climes, they call it the papaya. But here in Africa, we call it pawpaw. The pawpaw fruit is another very, very wonderful blessing from God. And as I begin to open your eyes to understand how beneficial the pawpaw can be, I believe that many of us not only would be interested in eating the pawpaw, but many of us will probably begin to see how we may plant at least one pawpaw tree in our compound, in our premises, so that we can all increase the production of this wonderful medicinal fruit that God has given to us, especially in the tropics. Now, I'm going to be coming to you from one of our Healthy Living newsletters, which is our newsletter number 25, which is the one I have a copy in my hand. And there, I will be able to give you a number of pieces of information concerning the pawpaw. Don't go away. Now, in the name of Jesus Christ, I beseech you to begin to think of change, especially in the area of your diet and your lifestyle, and to begin to incorporate all the blessings in terms of fruits, vegetables, herbs, seeds, nuts that God has blessed us with. Now, I want to talk to you today about the pawpaw. Now, there are 22 different plants and different trees in the pawpaw genus, and the most famous of them is the one we know as Carica papaya, which is the pawpaw. Now, pawpaw is one of God's wonderful gifts to humanity, and the pawpaw tree, beginning from the root to the stem to the leaves to the fruit to the seeds in the fruits, all of these constitute a whole pharmacy all by itself. The pawpaw tree is a pharmacy all by itself. Now, pawpaw is rich in many wonderful nutrients and nutritional factors. The first one I want to touch about is beta-carotene. Of course, in one of my earlier episodes, I shared the fact that God has put His signature in nature. In other words, everywhere you turn, whatever you observe, you see the signature of God everywhere. On every leaf, on every fruit, on every tree, there are indications, there are clues that God has given to us to be able to identify what purposes those trees, those leaves, those fruits, those seeds may serve, especially in relation to our health and our biological lives. Now, I have developed a 4-pronged code. I call it the ABCD code to help us to decode how best to use these fruits and vegetables. I've talked about that in a previous telecast, but let me just recap. A stands for architecture. The shape, the design of a fruit speaks volumes to us about how best we may apply them. The principle is that if it looks like any part of your body, there is every likelihood that it will especially benefit that part of your body. Not that it won't benefit other parts of your body, but particularly that part of your body. So anything that looks like your eyes will benefit your eyes. Anything that looks like your head will benefit your head. If it looks like your kidneys, it will benefit your kidneys. That's the architectural code. And then, of course, there is the Bible code. In the Bible, we have clues of how Bible people have used different vegetables, fruits, seeds, nuts to deal with different issues. And that's a clue for us to know how to also use them exactly as they were used in the Bible. When David found that Egyptian man who was tired and weak without energy, when the Amalekites came to raid their camp at Ziklag, David knew that the man needed strength, the man needed energy to be able to lead them to where they could recover all. David understood the power of food. So what he did was he gave them 2 bunches or bundles or clusters of raisins. And if you read the book of Songs of Solomon chapter 2 verse 5, you find out that in the Bible, we already have a clue that raisins are meant for strengthening or energizing. So David understood that, and he used raisins to strengthen that weak Egyptian man so that the man could lead them to where the Amalekites were so they could recover. So again, the Bible can give us a number of clues. But then the third one is the color code. The color speaks volumes. If a fruit is green, I have an idea the kind of nutrients you will find inside. If it is yellow or orange in color, I have an idea the kind of nutrients you're likely going to find inside that fruit. If it is red, I have an idea of what you might find inside, even before doing any laboratory analysis. The color is a code, and it gives us an idea of the type of nutrients, the type of medicine that God has put inside there. Now, applying that to the pawpaw, which is the subject matter for today, we see that the pawpaw, when you slice it, in most cases is yellow in color or orange in color. Some varieties may be red in color, but the majority of pawpaw is yellow or orange in color. And that is an indication. Anything that is orange or yellow in color, whether it is a fruit or it's a vegetable, obviously will contain beta-carotene. Beta-carotene actually is a precursor to the synthesis of vitamin A. Vitamin A is one of the fat-soluble vitamins that our body needs to do a number of wonderful things to support our daily activities and our health. Okay, so vitamin A is critical, especially for our eyes. And beta-carotene is the precursor that your body uses to eventually synthesize vitamin A for your eyes. Free radicals can cause a lot of damage in our systems. They can cause DNA damage and commence or initiate the process of cancer development, for instance. They can cause all kinds of damages in different parts and tissues of our bodies. They can lead to oxidative damage in the lens of our eyes that can lead to cataract formation and what have you. So anything that can serve as an antioxidant to neutralize the ravaging and damaging effect of free radicals is a great blessing to your body. And so beta-carotene is an antioxidant. Again, vitamin A is one of those vitamins that is an antioxidant. Vitamin C is another antioxidant. Vitamin E is an antioxidant. Selenium as a mineral is an antioxidant. So you do need a lot of these antioxidant foods in your food. And the pawpaw provides one rich source for that, especially beta-carotene. Now, pawpaw is also an excellent source of vitamin C. You actually get about 82 milligrams of vitamin C in every 100 grams of pawpaw that you consume. And you see, the beautiful thing about these 82 milligrams that you get, you might think it doesn't amount to much. After all, one tiny tablet of vitamin C in the pharmacy that you purchase is actually about 100 milligrams. In fact, there are those vitamin C tablets that are in the 500 milligrams, 1000 milligram category. But basically, the small white or orange colored vitamin C tablets that you buy in the pharmacy, the store, are actually in 100 milligrams category. So one tiny tablet offers you 100 milligrams. So what is 82 milligrams that you obtain from eating 100 grams of pawpaw? But the difference is that the vitamin C, 100 milligrams vitamin C tablet, is just an isolated vitamin. It stands all by itself. It has nothing else added other than vitamin C. And the thing is that the way nutrients work, they work synergistically. When nutrients work in tandem, when they collaborate, when they work together, they are more potent than when they work alone in most cases. So the 82 milligrams of vitamin C that you get from 100 grams of pawpaw actually might do a better job in your body than the 100 milligrams or even 1000 milligrams of isolated vitamin C. All the other things that surround that vitamin C in the pawpaw, they are called food cofactors. Those cofactors serve to enhance the potency, or to use a more scientific word, they serve to potentiate the efficacy, the potency of vitamin C. So 82 milligrams of vitamin C along with other cofactors may actually achieve a better health benefit for you than 1000 milligrams of vitamin C that is standing all alone by itself. That is the difference. So consuming vitamins in their natural environment, in the fruits, in the foods, in the vegetables that God gives to us, actually does more for our health than when those vitamins have been isolated. There are 3 ways you can find your vitamins, especially in form of supplements. Okay? You can find synthetic vitamins that are synthesized in the laboratory by scientists using chemicals such as petrochemicals. That is a synthetic vitamin. It may serve some useful purposes, but it is not as potent as the natural organic vitamins that God has given to us in food. The second type is isolated vitamins, and the third type is whole food vitamins that are still in company of other cofactors. Don't go away. When I come back to you again today, I'll be sharing more on the health and nutritional benefits of the